Hello, I'm Scott Thompson, and welcome to After 10. On today's show, we introduce you to a group of people who are donating their talents to help the people of Africa. And to help us along the way, we are joined by the director of the Well Done Project, Jo Dong-hee. Ms. Jo, thank you very much for being on the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Now let's start with the Well Done Project. If you will, tell us what it is, what it aims to do, and maybe tell us first of all what the name means, Well Done Project.
Well in Well Done means actually well provides water, and Well Done Project means a project make a well for African children. While I was working as a volunteer in an NGO several years ago, I realized that the African children are suffering from water shortage, especially clean water. They suffer from illness caused by dirty and unfiltered water. And it was really hard to get access to the clean drinking water. So I decided to make a water pump for them by myself.
So that's how the project got started. It was really a one-person operation, that being you, but it, of course, over the years has since grown to a much bigger project. Tell us how it did grow. How did it get from being just you to expanding to a bigger base of people?
Actually, I started this project by myself. I wanted to make only one water pump, but the problem was I didn't know that it was that expensive. I didn't know that it was $10,000. So first, I print out the postcards being given the images from my friends. I asked them to send me their images, their artworks. So well, I just started with the things that I could do. As I was a designer, I made some postcards with other designers, and then we sold them on the road and in some shops like beautiful store. It's kind of a social enterprise, but only selling postcards wasn't that enough for making $10,000. So I changed my strategy, and then at that time I got several interviews from newspapers and radios. And then people came to me that, oh, I want to get involved in this project. So I started making tumblers. It was also donated. The designers and illustrators, the artworks. And so we made 10 different tumblers. 1 year later, I earned $10,000 with my friends. And we installed a water pump in a small village in Congo in 2010. And then it was also be published by medias. Usually it was by papers and magazines. And then people came to me and emailed me that, oh, I want to also do this project. Please contact me. So now it's much, much bigger than I started. Yeah.
You're talking about earning a lot of money. This is, as you mentioned, a $10,000 water pump. These are not cheap items, of course. You're selling these things online. Can you tell us a little bit about what types of things were being sold and what the response was? I imagine people were very receptive. They of course spent money on these things. How was the reception?
At the beginning, we made 4 different tumblers. The first theme was water and Africa. So we used it only blue and black. And then, and then you know the Beautiful store? Do you know Beautiful
Right.
store?
Sure.
Yeah. They saw the tumblers and then they contacted us that we also need that kinds of tumblers. Can you please make the kinds of tumblers for us? And then we made them for them. We made the tumblers, 6 different tumblers for them, and we got money. So with that money, we made the water pump in Congo. And then we made T-shirts, 2 different T-shirts. It's quite unique, I think, because we put some pictures of the of the drawings of African children that I draw with them in Zambia. So I think that was loved by people.
Maybe the best-selling item that you had?
No, actually the Tumblr was the
Tumblers,
best-selling
right.
item.
Okay. And you're also getting a lot of help from online as well, right?
Yeah, right. Yes, right. Without their help, we couldn't have done it without their support. Yeah. You know, it was obvious that selling postcards and tumblers wouldn't get me to $10,000. Actually, I really had wanted to give up the campaign, but just before I give up, I just thought that, okay, just before giving up, let's just try the fundraising online. So we did that, and we earned $6,800 in 24 days. That's why I couldn't give up. I couldn't just give up.
And all of this money is going toward the project, toward the Well Done project, and providing these clean water sources for people in Africa. Currently, the project, as it stands now, how many people are involved in the everyday operations?
Now?
Right now.
Right now, there are 25 people, around 25 people are involved in our project. But usually 7 of us are the axis of our project. They are main members. And I think they are going to work with me as long as it takes.
And in terms of what the people are doing, tell us about some of the talents and things that they're doing to contribute to the project.
Designers and illustrators can make beautiful images to sell, and musicians can hold concerts for making money. And also a lot of other people are donating their time and energy to solve all the small stuffs.
So the designers, the musicians, these artists who are involved in the project, they make something, they sell it, that money then goes toward the project, toward the cause in Africa. Getting back to this idea, though, of a donation, again, when most people think of donation, they think of a monetary thing, but this idea of talent donation really is catching on as sort of an alternative, isn't it? This is something new that we're seeing these days, isn't it?
Yes, right. I heard of talent donation around 5-6 years ago. It was around when I was just starting to Well Done project. I guess people didn't want to give their money away on something good. I think they wanted to participate in the good things, and they also wanted to be a part of the good things. So in a more active way. Anyway, and these days I think talent donation is much more common.
They're actually active. They're making things. They're really sort of not just giving money away, but doing something for a greater good.
Yeah, right.
That's the idea. What do you think when you look at talent donation, maybe versus traditional forms of donating money or time? What do you think some of the benefits of it are?
I think more and more people want to express themselves. I think talent donation is one of the ways to express themselves. They can express themselves and their talent, and then they also can help other people in need at the same time. I think that's why people are interested in talent donation.
And you mentioned earlier you've been to Africa before. Which countries have you gone to?
At first, I went to Zambia in 2010, and then I visited Tanzania twice, last year and early this year.
And obviously you were inspired to do something from what you saw. What is the current situation facing the children that you saw there in Africa?
Yes, right. I've seen some bad situations on televisions and medias, but the reality was worse, actually. And there are some good schools in cities, actually, yeah. But in the countryside, the reality is rather harsh. There is no electricity, no tap waters, and no proper stuffs, no proper books. There are only people and only some students and teachers and school buildings. And many children cannot go to school, actually, and they should work instead of going to school. But the most impressive thing was there was nothing in the school, especially the books. Yeah.
And that has spawned really a second project now where you're contributing to promoting a new project, right?
Yes,
Tell us about that one.
Yeah, right. At first, I just tried to fundraise the money. Actually, I started it as building a school, building a classroom. And I realized that it costs 10 times of making a water pump. Yeah, $100,000 only for building one classroom.
Wow.
So I thought, I can do it. Yeah. It's too harsh to me. So I actually finished the project at the time. But people gave me money continuously.
Continue to give you money?
Yeah,
right.
so I couldn't give up with that. So I started to research through the internet. And then I found the letter that was written by two African children 15 years ago. They tried to go to Belgium
right.
from Guinea, but they died in the plane because of the frozen.
Right.
Yeah.
They were traveling underneath the plane? Or?
Yes, right. Yes, but they left a letter for people in the world, and it was very heartbreaking. And I found the sentence that we have many schools, but a great lack of education and training. So I thought that, we are designers. It means we can make books. So let's make books instead of making school. We can do it. We can do it with the small budget of money and our talents. So that's why we started the project.
Which I believe this is one of the books, this arithmetic book that was made
yes,
from the
right.
donations, correct?
Actually, only one book we made.
One book?
Yes.
Why arithmetic, though? Why math?
Why math? Because we had no choice, only one thing we could make. And we had to choose only one subject. Then we thought mathematics is the most practical and useful subject, and it's universal subject, we thought. So, and I believe that it's better for the children to, to know how to add, subtract, and read the clocks. And I also believe that math can be understood with full or beautiful images and colorful designs, because it stimulates children's brain in very positive way. So that's why we could do well. It was our talent, making images and control the colors and making beautiful images. So I wanted to make a fun math book with a lot of good images.
And the book also is being sold online, correct?
Online. Yes, in Korea we are selling the books in online, and it's also being sold in Africa, especially in Tanzania. We are selling the book at around $5 at there, but I have thought to sell it in Korea and other countries too.
So as you mentioned, this is actually selling in Africa for $5. Some people may hear that and wonder why they're being charged for the book. Can you explain that for us?
Actually, I was thinking of just distributing the books in Africa by free of charge.
Right.
But actually, they asked me to charge the money on this book. And they explained to me that this book is really good, and we want more and more books like this. Then, to continue this kind of project, we need to pay the money. We need to pay money. Even a small amount of money we need to pay. And then people will want to sell this book in Africa. And then the book will be sent.
Redistributed.
Yeah,
and sent,
right,
yeah.
more and more. So you need to take money from Africa. That's important. They asked me that. So we changed the strategy and we started to sell the book in Africa too. Actually, we are selling the books at around $15 in Korea and Japan and in other countries. And with the benefit, we are sending the money to publishing other books, and then that's why we can sell it only at $5 in Africa.
And we certainly would encourage everybody that's watching to go online and, of course, buy the book and help your cause for sure. And in that idea, there are a lot of course, organizations and projects out there that are doing what the Well Done Project is doing, helping children in Africa, building schools, helping with fresh water supplies, and so on and so forth. What do you think separates your project from all of the others that are out there?
Actually, we are not a proper organization. We are just a project of individuals, good individuals, I think. And we do not pity the people in need. We are just interested in win-win strategy. We not only help the people in need, but they also help us in a way. This is to say, we use talent to help the people in need, people in Africa, and they can promote our project and our service. So, math book was made for this purpose, and all the other projects made by us are like that. Yeah.
And these are, of course, very important causes and very important things to think about and try to contribute toward. What more do you think people can do to help this cause, even going as far as the government or private companies? What do you think they can do more?
I think we should think about the attitude toward the talent donation first. Young people nowadays usually do the talent donation for their experience, but some organizations take advantage of this, I think. So they think talent donation is working without getting paid, and they force young people to prove themselves. So I hope organizations give a little bit of wage, small amount of wage or reward to them as the case.
There may be people watching right now who love this idea, who want to get involved, who want to help out. If there is somebody like that, what would you tell them? What can they do to contribute to the project?
People have got very different talents each other. So I need to check what the person have got. So if someone wants to get involved in us, please send us your portfolio and why you want to do this kind of things. And then we will send you an email or I can call you. And then please check our email on our website.
And this really is something that, I mean, everybody can do. We all have certain talents in one way or another. And in using those talents, we can help people that are in the greatest need. I think that's the idea here, right?
Yeah.
In looking at the future of the Well Done Project, what do you see? What can we expect?
Now we are concentrate on publishing the French edition in Western Africa. Now we are negotiating with a publishing company in Guinea. So now we are just concentrate on making another edition in there. And then we will revise the book for the second edition. And we are also making the teacher's guidebook with teachers in Korea. Yeah, they are making actually textbook in Korea, and they are also making the guidebook for guidelines for the African teachers. And also we will expand the sales network through the world. We hopefully, and so that with the process, we hope to print more and more books with the process. Yeah.
So good things ahead for the Well Done Project, and I think I can speak for everybody when I say that the project is doing great things out there. We encourage everybody to jump online and help out in any way they can. Ms. Jo, thank you very much for being on the program and sharing your insights. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, After 10.
We will continue to do our best to improve our show based on the perspective of our viewers. Always feel free to leave us any comments, great ideas, or suggestions you wish to share with us.